The 3 in the Enneagram is usually called the performer or the achiever. Type 3s belong to the heart triad. They repress their feelings, especially those of sadness, and channel their optimistic focus towards being busy and productive and into doing and presenting a successful image to others. The 3 then appears very driven, much like a workaholic. 3s learn to avoid pain by juggling multiple tasks and projects or adjusting their image to be seen as successful. During their early childhood, the 3 child felt rewarded for what they did and how well they did it. Their feelings were discounted and ignored, only their performance and what was expected of them. This harnessed their ability to love themselves and others. Admiration replaced real love. Some of the strengths of the 3s are generally optimistic, friendly, and upbeat. They're energetic and they're there to connect, get ahead, and move toward their ideals, which could be about connection with others and achieving targets. 3s are resilient from setbacks and are able to ward off most challenges, partly because they have also blocked much of their capacity to feel pain. They are resourceful, and in order to stay informed, knowing what's going on and being at the forefront of projects and playing a big part in it allows for better control to keep things on course. 3s are most persevering and they have a relentless work ethic to be competent and to be able to get things to work efficiently. They are known to live, to work, and ensure that they reach heights of success and growth consistently. The worst nightmare for a 3 is to be laid off from work and feel really useless. They strive to be the best, set goals and milestones, and have a boundless energy to get there. Ambitiousness is the order of the day, and a 3 will not sleep if they recognize if they have not put a hard day's work to get on track with their goals. They are known to put their best foot forward, to look good, to feel good, and to have a comfortable life. They appreciate good quality, will strive to maintain this quality of life. Sometimes when you think of 3s, you think the Rolex, the Prada, the Gucci, all the big brands of the world. Some of the limitations of what 3s sometimes put themselves through, well, any type becomes unresourceful when they begin to overdo some of the thoughts and behaviors that are typical of the type. 3s have a fear of not being successful or being seen as unsuccessful. Hence, where they perceive this might be lacking, there is a deep insecurity of failure or not having achieved much. So they work themselves to the bone and repress their feelings. 3s sometimes can't see an illness coming because of their dogged pursuit for the external trophy. Their energy is put into developing a positive image versus how they feel. Hence, as mentioned just now, it's hard to find a 3 who does not care about how they look. However, once it gets overboard, there's excessive resources that go into buying branded goods, like I said just now, and expensive wares, which they believe will make them feel better. However, the pattern of vanity and looking good only serves to deprive them of looking after more important needs like balance in life and inner happiness rather than external pleasures. 3s tend to compare themselves to people who do things better. While it brings out the competitive spirit to strive for excellence, it also evokes a sense of need to be superior and be a cut above the rest. They can assume a comedian-like adaptation strategy and blend in with the rest. They can be inclined to put on a facade or wear the cloak of success even if they aren't successful yet. Fake it till you make it is an unconscious mantra. Authenticity can afford to take a backseat. This is when they might sometimes take great effort to hide certain deficiencies by faking success or not allowing themselves to be vulnerable and face up to it with courage. So some reflections for the 3s. They need to learn to detect when they are putting on this image of performance and when they're not. This self-awareness will allow them to serve their needs rather than their self-image. Learn to do some things for its own sake that basically they can be proud of rather than doing things for the sake of approval from others. Like the 8s and 1s, 3s are very good at taking a break or not very good at taking a break or noticing that they need one. Breaks allow them to take stock and reinvent. 3s will find it hard to sit and do nothing, which is why meditating will be last on their list. But I think this is what they need to consider. Learn to move more with the flow of events and experiences and be less driven to continuously try to make things better and make things happen all the time. Find people whom you're comfortable sharing your vulnerabilities. Putting on a facade of extreme competence and ability adds extra stress and expectation to your already busy schedule. Others can help you get a perspective that you can't. Try being a part of a team and being in the fringes rather than calling the shots all the time. This allows you to build other competencies while harnessing relationships with others and focusing on the big picture.